Welcome. My name is Thomas Ledford. I'm here to do this video concerning scenario 4, part of lesson 1. And what you want to do to get a better foundation set from the get-go is already have the forms printed out that you're going to need to do the returns that I'm showing you. So once you get the video and go through what all the forms are going to be associated with doing this return, then you want to print those forms out. And I'm talking about at least the 1040, at least the 8867, at least the EIC forms and 8812 and those forms that's going to generate. So you want to go to view mode and look at what forms actually generated. So what you want to do is you want to go to view mode, and as a result of you putting the data in based on the client as what form generates. And so on this particular client, you only had the 1040 to deal with. And so you will do the 1040, so you know you need a 1040. The 8879 form that speaks for itself as a signature form, so you don't necessarily have to print out all the forms that's signature pages. Don't worry about the signature pages. Just know that every tax return will have an 8879 with it, and because that's what we use to e-file to the IRS. And so in this particular scenario, it's just the 1040 that generated. And so what we'll do is come out of here. We're going to go to name and address. Like I say, page 1 speaks for itself. So you're going to do that. You're going to fill that out based on the information I gave you with the summary. The summary has everything you need on it to put the data in. And so remember right here, foreign accounts and virtual currency, click that. And that's going to be no to all these questions. And then you hit escape, come out, escape, come out. This particular client didn't have no children, so they didn't have to worry about that. They had 2 W-2s, and they both worked at the same job. And so basically you're just going to take the W-2 information and put it in just like you see it here. But the thing is, until you get the software on your system, while you're doing it by hand, you're just going to simply take the total of both clients and put it on line 1 for wages. And then you're going to take the federal withholdings for both clients and put the total on line 17 for withholdings. And so that's how simple it's going to be when it comes to doing it by hand right now, until you start getting access to the Drake software and start taking these scenarios and putting them in the software yourself. As far as just doing it by hand, that's how simple it is. And then we want to escape. Like I said, all the signature forms, don't forget EF. That just simply means the return is ready for EF. So go here, connect it to here, get that all out the way so you won't forget about it. Then we go to the PIN number, which is 8879, the date, your PIN number, go right here. Then the consent forms, the consent disclosed, tax return information, we just put the date in, and they'll sign off on it when we print it out. We just put the dates in, they'll sign off on when we put it out, print it out. Identification section for the, you're going to have identification information, not necessarily in the module, but when it comes to just filling this section out, it's simple. You know how that works. Then you come out of that, we go to miscellaneous, we click on this, and both clients' name and date, the day they had to be there. Then we click consent, come out of that. And so we hit calculate. And so when you see both of them say green like that, that means they're ready to be processed. And what I always do to verify, I go to view mode to make sure there's no messages or notes. There's no messages or notes here. On here, there's a note, but a note doesn't stop you from processing return, only messages. And so that's how you prepare a return using Drake. And so when you start to process these returns by using Drake, for training, you want to use addresses that's familiar to the states you live in, so you can learn how to prepare states for people who live in Texas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, wherever you come from. You want to use addresses based on where you live at, so you learn how to do the state that you live in properly as well for training purposes. And so, like I said, that's how simple it is to prepare return using Drake is even simpler. By hand, you just have to have all the forms printed out and have them right there with you. So the first thing you're going to have is the 1040. You're going to fill the 1040 out, the personal information, filing status. If they have any dependents, you're going to fill that section out. And then from there, you're going to go to line 1 wages and put the total. If they're married, filing joint, you're going to add both of the W-2s, box 1 up, and the federal withholdings, box 2 on wages. You're going to add those totals up and put on line 17 of the 1040, which is what federal withholdings. And so once you do that, then the next thing you'll do, if that's all the income they got, you just going to go straight down the form and basically total that out. And you're going to keep on going through the process of getting to each section that you need to get the answer. So to give you an understanding of what I'm talking about, if you got the 1040 form printed out, you're going to fill out, you're going to click married, filing joint. You're going to fill out the information for Danny and Linda Hicks on the 1040. Everything I sent you for the summary, you're going to use that information to fill out the 1040 by hand. And you're going to go right here to line 1 and put the total wages from both of their W-2s, which equals this. And then you're going to come down here to where it says standard deduction itemized. These are married couples, so that's the standard deduction for them. You're going to take that amount, put on this line, subtract it from this, and you're going to have $25,680. And then the taxes on that, based on being married, was $2,692. So that's what they want taxes. And so that amount you'll get from the tax table that you will have access to, that you printed out or able to pull up on your computer. And put that amount here on 12A, 12B, 13B don't apply because they had no children. So that's 12B and 14 will be the same. Taxable amount is $2,693. 16 is the same, $2,693. The federal withholding from W-2s was $5,008. And so you're going to bring that $5,008 to 19. You're going to subtract it from 16, and the refund amount or overpayment is $2,315. And so that's how you simply got that refund. It's simple when you have no children involved, so you don't have to worry about seeing if they qualify for earnings credit. You don't have to see about if they qualify for child tax credit or additional child tax credit, because no kids are in the picture. So that's how simple it is to prepare returns when you deal with taxpayers that have no dependents on there. So that's what you want to do. You want to have a 1040 already printed out, and you want to use this summary that I sent you over, which has all the information on it. So this is the information you want to use to fill out the 1040. This is the personal information section. You're going to use all this information. And even here, this gives you what the refund amount should be. And so long as your refund amount matches this, you're on point. And this is a breakdown of what we did on the 1040 right here. And so that's how it is with the summary I'm giving you. It's giving you all the information you're going to need, plus the answer that you should come up with once you finish. And so this is the date of birth for both spouses, the telephone numbers, the address, all that. The filing status, right here, they use numbers. So number 2 stands for married, filing joint. Number 1 is single. Number 3 is married, filing separate. Number 4 is head of household. Number 5 is qualified widow with dependent child. And so that's the numbers they use when it comes to the filing status. They use 1 through 5 for that. And so, like I say, once you do a good 10 or 20 of these by hand with the summary that I've given you for each one has a summary. And so you print that summary out along with your 1040, fill in the basics, I sent you over the W-2s for each one. So you got everything you need to do these scenarios by hand. And you even got the answer because the summary gives you the answer that you should come up with once you finish. And so this is how you're going to build your foundation to prepare and return by hand. And I'll see you in the next video.